जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। सामवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, Chapter 2, the ecstatic manifestations of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, text 73. So, we are seeing Mahaprabhu after taking darshan of Jagannath, go back to his place, his room. He would be experiencing great separation of Lord Krishna, and there he would be with his toenails or fingernails. He's just making some, on the, like scratching or drawing some drawings on the ground, just showing that he's completely not in his uh, normal self. He's disturbed. And then he begins to recite some verses from Bilvamangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrita, and that is spoken by Srimati Radharani. So he's experiencing the same emotions as Srimati Radharani. So by reciting those verses, he's getting some solace. So what is the Lord saying? My dear Lord, so he's saying, Mahaprabhu is saying, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, Mahaprabhu recites these verses. My dear Lord, you are the master and life and soul of Vrindavan, or actually even before that. Yeah, so 67, in the attitude of Srimati Radharani, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu addresses Krishna, my dear Lord. So let me just. Yeah, so it doesn't say that Mahaprabhu is actually reciting from Krishna Karnamrita, but it is saying that in the mood of Srimati Radharani, Mahaprabhu is saying this. It's Mahaprabhu speaking to Krishna directly, but Mahaprabhu is speaking. Who is Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu is Krishna with the sentiments of Srimati Radharani. So in the mood of Srimati Radharani, Mahaprabhu is speaking. Here it does not say that he's actually reciting verses from Krishna Karnamrita. Before this, yeah. Yeah, so these are the, yeah, see, Before this, he was reciting various verses, right? Being experiencing this separation, and we saw how there are various emotions simultaneously coming, like soldiers fighting. So in that state, Mahaprabhu would recite various verses. So these are the verses that Mahaprabhu recited. Okay. So text 6858 is from Bilvamangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrita. And then, yeah. So he's reciting verses from, well, when it is written in Bengali, you understand this is Mahaprabhu speaking. Hmm? If it's written in Bengali, then it is being spoken by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he would recite the previous verse, if you see, Amonya Dhanyani Dinantarani, that is Sanskrit. So that is from Bilvamangal Thakur's shloka. So it's just like, you know, you recite one verse and then you discuss it, explain it, like that. So Mahaprabhu is reciting one verse from Bilvamangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrita, and then in the same lines he begins to express his feelings. So those are the following Bengali verses that we see Mahaprabhu speaking. So again, so today's verse is, we are reading in 73. So Mahaprabhu said various words, right, in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So Mahaprabhu is saying, let's read from 69. My dear, always restless, you cannot remain in one place. So what we're seeing, and there's anger, right? Who will believe you? And on the other hand, oh, it's not your fault. You're the most merciful. You're kind to me. And again, going back and forth, right? Simultaneously opposing emotions. So, my dear Krishna, your mind is always restless. You cannot remain in one place. But you are not at fault for this. You are actually the ocean of mercy, the friend of my heart. Therefore, I have no reason to be angry with you. My dear Lord, you are the master and the life and soul of Vrindavan. Kindly arrange for the deliverance of Vrindavan. We have no leisure hours away from our many activities. Actually, you are my enjoyer. You have appeared just to give me happiness, and this is one of your expert activities. Taking my words as defamation, Lord Krishna has left me. I know that he is gone, but kindly hear my prayers and praise. You are the satisfaction of my eyes. You are my wealth and my life. Alas, please give me your audience once again. So again, now here Dainya, right? Becoming very, very humble, meek, and begging, please give me your audience. Don't think, I know you have left me, seeing that you have taken my words as defamation, right? Whatever I have said, you've, as if I've insulted you. So you have left me. But please, I cannot live without you. Please give me your darshan, like that. So text 22. We discussed this also. Stambha kampa prasvedas. स्तंभकंप प्रस्वेद वैवर्ण्य अश्रुस्वर भेद देह होइलो पुलके व्यापित हासे कांदे नाचे गाए उठी इति उति धाय क्षणे भूमे पुड़िया मूर्छिता. So this verse, these are the various ecstatic symptoms we saw. Stambha means being petrified or being a stambha, right? You just become stone-like. What is the word in English? Stamba? Stunned. Yes, stunned. Stambha is stunned, becoming stunned. And then when you're in that state, externally it looks like you're just stunned, but what are the emotions going on inside? So that we saw, it's explained. What type of emotions are happening at that time when one is stunned? There is joy, and it can be fear or it can be anger, like that. All of them are ecstasies. Even fear and anger, they're all ecstasies. Then kampa, trembling. Then prasveda. Sveda means perspiring. Vaivarnya, change of color of the body. Ashru means weeping. Swarabheda means choking of the throat, right? Your voice is faltering. Deha hoila pulake vyapita. Pulaka means standing up of the hair on the body. So we saw in Shikshashtakam, Nainam, what is that verse? Shikshashtakam. Nayanam galadashru dharaya, Nayanam galadashru dharaya, Vadanam gadgada ruddhaya gira, Pulakair nichitam vapuhu kada, Tava nama grahane bhavishyati. Nayanam galadashru dharaya, like weeping, tears. Vadanam gadgada ruddhaya gira. Vadanam gadgada means faltering of the voice. Pulakair nichitam. Pulaka means the hair of the body standing on end. So these are the ecstatic symptoms that we see even in Sri Shikshashtakam. So all these are happening in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body. And Mahaprabhu is actually speaking of those also. So this verse translation is, there were different transformations of the body of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being stunned, trembling, perspiring, fading away of color, weeping and choking of the voice. In this way, his whole body was pervaded by transcendental joy. As a result, sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would laugh, sometimes cry, sometimes dance, and sometimes sing. So as a result of these emotions that are going on, then externally they are manifested. In what way? In the form of crying, in the form of dancing, laughing, singing, like that. But what exactly is the emotion going on inside? That we saw. Each one has so many emotions. Some have 3 emotions at the same time, some have 5 at the same time. Each of these external manifestations, like when there is a change of color, what does that mean? What all are the emotions going on in the heart, right? When there is faltering of voice, when there is hair standing on end, what is exactly it is a science. The whole thing is a science. So that is explained in the purport. We saw that. So then, but to a layman, it would appear that this is a crazy person, right? Just for no reason, he just starts laughing, crying, falling down like that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would laugh, sometimes cry, sometimes dance, and sometimes sing. Sometimes he would get up and run here and there, and sometimes fall on the ground and lose consciousness. So, this is all the synopsis of Antya Leela. We are only in the beginning of Madhya Leela, isn't it? So, Madhya Leela first chapter is the table of contents or the synopsis of the Madhya Leela. The whole Madhya Leela given in sutra form, just like giving like a table of contents. Then in the second chapter of Madhya Leela, we are reading the synopsis of Antya Leela. Why? That can come at the beginning of Antya Leela, isn't it? Does anyone remember why we are reading Antya Leela synopsis here? Do you remember? No? Because Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, exactly like Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada gave us Krishna book. Srila Prabhupada is translating Srimad. He completed translating the first canto, and then Srila Prabhupada went to the West. And while preaching, he was also translating, working on the second canto, like that. But after completing the first canto, Srila Prabhupada, when he went, he started writing the Krishna book, which is the 10th canto. Why is Srila Prabhupada writing the 10th canto now? He could have written it when he came to the 10th canto. Why did Srila Prabhupada write the 10th canto summary in a summary form? He didn't actually do the elaborate one. First, he gave the summary of the 10th canto in the form of Krishna book. Why? Why? Because Srila Prabhupada was not sure for how much longer he would stay on this earth. He was already at a ripe age. And the 10th canto is the ashraya, that is the cream. Of course, Srimad Bhagavatam, every verse is talking about devotional service. As we discussed in the second canto, we read that there are 10 topics that are discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam. And the 10th topic is called ashraya. Ashraya means the remaining 9 topics are discussed only to bring us to the point of this 10th topic. Who is that Ashraya Tattva? Krishna. So Krishna's personal activities, his pastimes, they are discussed in the 10th canto. That is the ultimate of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada did not want to deprive us of that. The goal of Srimad Bhagavatam is to bring us to that, the 10th canto. But Srila Prabhupada may not have that time. So just in case, if he didn't have the time, he just gave us the entire 10th canto in a summary form in Krishna book. And then he also simultaneously continued with his elaborate purports and translations and everything, step by step. And exactly that's what happened. Srila Prabhupada was translating, he came to the 10th canto, but while he was still in the 14th chapter, Srila Prabhupada left his manifest pastimes on this earth. But at least his followers, disciples had the 10th canto in the form of Krishna book, so they could refer to that and they could complete the work like that. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also felt the last Antilila it's a very high topic. Mahaprabhu's internal bhava, right, is completely, his ecstasies in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Nobody would have been able to understand what's going on. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was even age-wise older than Srila Prabhupada. He was in his 90s. When he was writing, his hand was trembling. He couldn't even see. And that's why he felt that he says, you see, right? He says that I don't know how I'm not writing this. How can someone, I mean, imagine at that age, do you have any of you have parents, or you have seen grandparents at that age? You have so many things. You cannot even remember who the people in front of the highest topic there is in the entire creation. So, and his hands are trembling, he cannot see, right? I'm only half his age, and I'm or maybe even less than half his age, and I'm already having a difficulty in seeing properly. 90 plus, and he's writing. So that's why he felt that I may not be able to complete the entire work because I don't know how much more time I have. So let me give it first in a synopsis form. So at least you have something. Madhya Leela I have given in a synopsis form. Anta Leela also let me give in a synopsis form. I'll be, or now you have something, you have the, at least synopsis you have. And then I will start elaborating. And if I have time, I can complete. So by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, he actually completed. He completed. So that's the reason why in the Madhya Leela second chapter, we are reading about Anta Leela synopsis. So we are still in the second chapter. We are reading so all these topics that we are reading in the second chapter, these are all very high topics. This is the Anta Leela of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So next, today's verse. मूर्छाया होइला साक्षात्कार उठी कोरे हुहुकार कोहे एई आइला महाशय कृष्णेरा माधुरी गुणे नाना भ्रमा होए मने श्लोक पढ़ी कोराये निश्चय. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thus unconscious, so you saw various symptoms of Mahaprabhu. He's laughing, crying, dancing, falling down unconscious. As a result of all these ecstatic emotions, manifestations happening in his body, in his consciousness, it is said his body is like a garden, like a field, which is taken over by mad elephants who are fighting with each other on that field. So his body is like that field or like that garden. So what is the condition of his body? With these ecstasies are like these mad elephants. So he falls unconscious. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thus unconscious, he happened to meet the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, he got up and immediately made a tumultuous sound, very loudly declaring, "Now Krishna, the great personality, is present." In this way, because of Krishna's sweet qualities, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made different types of mistakes in his mind. In this way, because of Krishna's sweet qualities, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made different types of mistakes in his mind. Remember, one of the symptoms of ecstasies is not being able to judge things properly. You speak things which don't make any sense. So he started making mistakes in his mind. Why? Because of the sweet qualities of Krishna which he has experienced at that time. When he's unconscious, he actually met Krishna personally. Thus, by reciting the following verse, he ascertained the presence of Lord Krishna. So now Mahaprabhu is. So when he becomes to an outsider, what would it look like? Mahaprabhu fainted, and all of a sudden he gets up and he starts roaring, "Krishna is present, Krishna is present." And then he says something. Why? He's saying, what is he saying? He's saying, because he's making mistakes in his mind now. Not that he's mistaking that Krishna has come. Krishna has come, he has met Krishna. Being bewildered by the sweet qualities of Krishna, he makes some mistakes and he recites this verse. What is that verse? Text 74. Okay, so this is again quoting from the scripture. Mara swayam nu madhura dyutimandalam nu madhuryameva nu mano nayanamritam nu venim rijo nu mama jeevitavallabho nu Krishno yamabhyudayate mama lochanaya. Again, this is from Krishna Karnamrita of Srila Bilva Mangal Thakur. In the attitude of Radharani, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu addresses the gopis. My dear friends, where is that Krishna, Cupid personified, who has the effulgence of a kadamba flower, who is sweetness itself, the nectar of my eyes and mind, he who loosens the hair of the gopis, who is the supreme source of transcendental bliss and my life and soul? Has he come before my eyes again? So this is matching with the experience of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is his experience? When he fainted, when he became unconscious, he actually met Krishna. So when he met Krishna, he is experiencing the sweetness of Krishna, the sweet qualities of Krishna, the beautiful form of Krishna. And then in madness, he's speaking, he's reciting this verse. So this is the verse spoken by Srimati Radharani, addressing the gopis. So when he came to the external consciousness, he's talking to the people who is in front of him, apparently. So Srimati Radharani also. What was the mood before this? I'm in separation from you. Where are you? I'm not able to live. And then after all that, when he faints, in that unconscious state, he meets Krishna. So from separation, now there's union. So now he's come back to external consciousness. That means he gets up from his swoon, from his unconscious state. And then he has just experienced Krishna, right? Or Srimati Radharani has just experienced Krishna and now she's speaking to her gopis, to her friends. What is Srimati Radharani saying? That, my dear friends, where is that Krishna, right, whom I saw just now? Where is he? Cupid personified, who has the effulgence of a kadamba flower. All this she has just experienced, right? He has the effulgence of a kadamba flower. He's sweetness personified. He's the nectar for the eyes and mind, right? So the sweetest thing that the eyes can see, that the mind can come in touch with. He who loosens the hair of the gopis, who is the supreme source of transcendental bliss and my life and soul. Has he come before my eyes again? Because she has just seen Krishna. So this is another verse from the Krishna Karnamrita. Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after reciting this verse, Mahaprabhu is saying, Kiba ei sakshat kama dyuti bimba murtiman, ki madhurya swayam murtimanta, kiba mano netrotsava, kiba prana vallabha, Satya Krishna Aila Netrananda. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then began to talk like this. Is Cupid, now who is Mahaprabhu talking to? Apparently to himself, isn't it? Because Mahaprabhu came back home. We didn't hear that there's any devotees in front of him. Or if there is some, like Swarup Damodar Goswami, although it's not mentioned here, then Mahaprabhu is speaking. So again, Mahaprabhu is not, he's in the mood that he's Srimati Radharani. He's in the bhava of Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani is speaking to her gopis. Regardless of whether somebody is there in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or not, he is not in that external consciousness. So he is now Srimati Radharani speaking to gopis. So Mahaprabhu begins to speak like this. What is Mahaprabhu saying? Is Cupid personified present with the effulgence and reflection of the Kadamba tree? With the effulgence and reflection of the Kadamba tree. Is he the same person, personified sweetness, who is the pleasure of my eyes and mine, who is my life and soul? Has Krishna actually come before my eyes? So exactly the same verse of Krishna Karnamrita, Mahaprabhu is repeating it in Bengali language, right? Has Krishna come here? And he is the, pleasure of my eyes and mine, and his body, he is like, has the effulgence of the Kadamba tree. Is he here? Has he? Did I just see him? Like that. Guru Nana Bhavagana Shishya Prabhura Tanumana Nana Rite Satata Nachaye Nirveda Vishada Dainya Chapalya Harsha Dhairya Manyu Ei Nritya Prabhura Kala Yai or Jai. As the spiritual master chastises the disciple and teaches him the art of devotional service. See, this is essential. No? As the spiritual master chastises the disciple and teaches him the art of devotional service. Or the teacher also, right? Generally, the teacher teaching, like in Gurukul, the guru teaches the disciple. Chastises. As the spiritual master chastises the disciple and teaches him the art of devotional service. So all the ecstatic symptoms of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, including despondency, moroseness, humility, restlessness, joy, endurance, anger, instructed his body and mind. So who is the guru here? These ecstatic symptoms are the spiritual master. And they're teaching what? Who are they teaching? Who is the disciple? The body and mind of Mahaprabhu. They are the disciple. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed his time. So this is not Mahaprabhu speaking. This is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami telling us the state, the condition of Mahaprabhu. As the spiritual master chastises the disciple and teaches devotional service, similarly, these ecstatic emotions like anger, despondency, joy, so these different types of emotions are ecstatic manifestations. They are instructing the body and mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed his time. Chandidasa Vidyapati Rayera Nataka Giti Karnamrita Sri Gita Govinda Swarupa Ramananda Sane Mahaprabhu Ratri Dine Gaye Shune Parama Ananda. So these are the books, the literatures from which Mahaprabhu, scriptures, from which Mahaprabhu would be reciting verses. What are they? The books written by Chandidas, book written by Vidyapati, then the drama written by Ramananda Rai, then Bilvamangal Thakur's Karnamrita, Krishna Karnamrita, Jayadev Goswami's Gita Govinda. These were the books. In the last 12 years, Mahaprabhu would be reciting verses from these books. He also passed his time reading the books and singing the songs of Chandidas and Vidyapati and listening to quotations from Jagannath Vallabha Nataka by Ramananda Rai, Krishna Karnamrita by Bilvamangal Thakur, and Gita Govinda by Jayadev Goswami. Thus, in the association of Sarup Damodar and Rai Ramananda, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed his days and nights chanting and hearing with great pleasure. That's all. In the last 12 years, Mahaprabhu was not meeting people, not performing Sankirtan with devotees. No. He would just be in completely in internal absorption. Purira Vatsalya Mukhya Ramanandera Shuddha Sakhya Govindadhyera Shuddha Dasya Rasa Gadadhara Jagadananda Swarupera Mukhya Rasananda Echari Bhave Prabhu Vasha. Among his associates, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enjoyed paternal loving affection for Paramananda Puri. So Mahaprabhu would treat Paramananda Puri as his father. Right? Paramananda Puri. Like that's the type of relationship he had with Paramananda Puri. He enjoyed paternal loving affection for Paramananda Puri. Friendly affection with Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai was like an equal. Who is Ramananda Rai? Vishakha Sakhi. Or Arjun, either way. As Arjun is Krishna's friend equal, or as Vishakha Sakhi. In fact, Vishakha Gopi and Srimati Radharani appeared on the same day. Radhashtami day, the same day at different times. One was born at noon and the other person was born, there's a slight time difference, but same day. And of course, also we know that all these gopis, they are personal forms of Srimati Radharani with different moods to give pleasure to Krishna. So from all these angles, we see the relationship of Srimati Radharani or the relationship of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Ramananda Rai is like a friend, like an equal, friendly affection. With Paramananda Puri, paternal, loving affection. Unalloyed service from Govinda and others. Okay, Govinda is a personal servant, so master and servant relationship. You can say like Hanumanji, right? So service or like Daruka. So their mood is eternally, the Lord is the master, I am the servant, like that. So unalloyed service from Govinda and others. That was the relationship of Mahaprabhu with Govinda. Mahaprabhu would play the role of the master and Govinda would play the role of servant. And that was the relationship. And humors of conjugal love with Gadadhar, Jagadananda and Swarup Damodar. Very interesting. Huh? So Mahaprabhu would have this humor of conjugal love. What does that mean? So, for example, if you take Jagadananda was actually in Krishna Lila Satyabhama. So, Satyabhama, again, when you see different moods in different queens or different gopis, you shouldn't think that one is better than the other. Actually, it is all meant for the pleasure of Krishna. Just like when you have a plate, you have sweets and you have also some sour preparations, some bitter preparations, some salty preparations. So, according to your taste, you may say sweet is better than this. But actually, for the person who's enjoying Krishna, all varieties are there. Together, it makes a nice, enjoyable meal. So, similarly, each queen or each gopi has a particular mood which is relishable to Krishna. So they're all the gopis, they're all in a conjugal relationship with Krishna, isn't it? Like a lover and beloved. So, for example, Jagadananda Pandit is Satyabhama. What is Satyabhama's mood? She would want to serve Krishna in so many ways, and if Krishna wouldn't, she would also become angry with Krishna like that. So, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagadananda Pandit's relationship, we will see like Jagadananda Pandit is treating Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is playing the role of a sannyasi, a renunciate in this world. But Jagannathananda Pandit wanted to serve Mahaprabhu like the Supreme Lord. So he would give him scented oils, sandalwood oils to apply, to massage his body, to apply on his head, nice soft beds, so on and so forth. And Mahaprabhu would not accept it, right? Oh, I'm a sannyasi, so he would not. And when Mahaprabhu did not accept, and Mahaprabhu would sleep on cold, hard floor, right? And, not take care of his, not apply these scented oils, he wouldn't accept it. And then Jagadananda Pandit would feel so bad. His heart is breaking that Mahaprabhu is going through so many austerities. He is the Supreme Lord, right? Even if you had a king or a prince, you would want to give them so many comforts. Your heart would break to see somebody who's raised in such comforts. How can he go through these difficulties? This is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How would the devotee feel? And a devotee of this caliber, like in a conjugal relationship with Krishna, so he would feel, so he would fast, he would not eat anything. He would fast for days because Mahaprabhu is going through. And then Mahaprabhu would have to go and pacify him. So that's why it is said he enjoyed this conjugal relationship. Can you expect this type of relationship with a servant? No. Servant means dasya. I'm talking, everyone is a servant ultimately, but in different rasas. But when someone is in dasya relationship, it's like you are the master. I'm here for, not that I can get angry with you and I will, sulk and all that. That happens in conjugal relationship. Of course, actually, Mahaprabhu with the devotees had, only two relationships. One is Dasya and the other one is Shanta. But these are all eternal associates of the Lord, right? These are eternal associates of the Lord. They are in particular rasas with Krishna. That is why it is said that with Paramananda Puri, he had this parental affection. With Ramananda Rai, like a Sakhya, same friendly relation. And with the Jagadananda, and who are the others? Totally three, conjugal, right? So Jagadananda, Gadadhar. Who is Gadadhar? Gadadhar is the effulgence of Srimati Radharani. Gadadhar. That's Srimati Radharani. And if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you can take him either as Krishna or as Srimati Radharani. So if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, then Srimati Radharani, Gadadhar, there is conjugal relationship like that. And then when you take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Srimati Radharani, then with Shaka Gopi or Ramananda Rai, there's a Sakhya relationship like that. So Gadadhar, Jagadanand. Swarup Damodar. Who's Swarup Damodar? Lalita Sakhi. So again, just like Vishakha Sakhi, you can take, or if you take here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna, then Swarup Damodar is Lalita Sakhi, then what is the relationship? Conjugal. If you take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Radharani, then the relationship would be Sakhya. But here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Krishna. If you take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna, then with Sarod Damodar, the relationship is conjugal. So like this, Mahaprabhu enjoyed he had various rasas or moods with different devotees. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enjoyed all these four mellows and thus he remained obliged to his devotees. What are the four mellows? Parental affection, dasya, conjugal, and friendly relations. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Paramananda Puri is said to have been Uddhava in Vrindavan. His affections with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were on the platform of paternal love. This was because Paramananda Puri happened to be the god brother of the spiritual master of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's the thing. Actually, if you see, so these are all the things, we have to understand properly. So Paramananda Puri in the spiritual world is who? Uddhava. But what is Uddhava's relationship with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with Krishna? They're cousins, right? Equals. Or you can even say like a master and servant. Uddhava was always in the mood of a servant. But Krishna would treat him like an advisor, like a counselor. He would seek Uddhava's advice. But in this Leela, Paramananda Puri is a god brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru. Paramananda Puri is a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Ishwara Puri is also a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So from that angle, because Paramananda Puri is his, what do you say? Guru? Guru's god brother, like father. So that's why he had paternal affection with Paramananda Puri. Although Paramananda Puri was Uddhava in Krishna Leela. Okay. Then similarly, Ramananda Rai, who is considered an incarnation of Arjun and by some an incarnation of Vishaka Devi, enjoyed unalloyed fraternal love with the Lord. Unalloyed personal service was enjoyed by Govinda and others in the presence of his most confidential devotees like Gadadhar, Pandit, Jagadananda and Swarup Damodar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enjoyed the ecstatic conditions of Srimati Radharani in her conjugal relationship with Krishna. Absorbed in these four transcendental mellows, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu resided in Jagannath Puri, feeling very much obliged to his devotees. So we will stop here. I will continue tomorrow. Thank you all very much, devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.